This is what's good about technology, right? Now you don't have to wait for those gatekeepers to tell you, yeah, we'll make that project for you. Go ahead and send me your script, or, go ahead and make this short or movie that you wanted to make. Because now you have the tools to step out and do yourself. You don't need somebody to green light it for you. You just need to do it. And that's the thing, right? You just got to step out, utilize the tools that are available to you, and do it. I mean,
but it's only one when it feels like all is falling. How do I reach out when I feel I'm all alone? When I feel all alone. How do I move on when you're the one I put my trust in? All you require me is only just believe. I'm covered by your grace again. All washed up and cleansed from sin. No longer will the devil win. You gave me victory.
Welcome to the Art of Rebounding. I'm your host, Harold Lefty Williams, former pro athlete, motivator, and believer in second chances. Each week, we'll dive deep into stories and strategies built on positioning, persistence, and purpose to help you rise, rebuild, and reclaim your next chapter. This isn't just a podcast. It's your permission to rise again, and this time with purpose. I'm super duper excited to have one of my brothers with me today. He's I don't even know where to go with this. He's a writer. He's a finance guy. He's an actor. He's an executive producer. He's everything, a lot of things. Please welcome to the show today, my brother, Neko. My man, what's up, bro?
What's good, bro?
I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Listen, this podcast is all about persistence. It's about, bouncing back. It's about positioning. It's, you heard the opening. We're trying to help people who might be in a stuck area to get unstuck from people who've had the opportunity to have that perseverance to get to levels in life. Because there's levels to this, and everybody don't know that. People be afraid to keep growing and keep going. Where was it in your life? Take us back to it was here. Here's where I was in the game. From the writing side. I love the story that you shared with me about the horror movie. If you want to share that, you can. If not, but where was it where you were in that area of your life where you're like, this is where it was, and here's where I am today?
Right. Yeah. So that's kind of funny that you bring that one up because, that really was the kickoff, right? Mm-hmm. It allowed me to operate in a position that I didn't think that we were capable of operating in. Mm-hmm. my brother, we both went to film school, but, we're in Denver. We couldn't mm-hmm. do anything with it. There wasn't really any real opportunities. So the only thing that we could do is dream big and emulate what we seen out there. And, that's what we did. And mm-hmm. it just so happens we got some brothers together from the neighborhood. We made a film. We had some local backing. And, with that, we were able to take that success from that particular project and build upon it, and do other things and expand in other areas. But, it's always like you've got to have that vision. You've got to believe that, regardless of where you are, that you're going to get to that next step. You may not know how or when or what you'll need to do, but if you have faith, you'll get there.
Mm-hmm. No, that's good. Were you shocked when you were able to finally get that project moving?
I mean, yeah, because like truth be told, we didn't know what we were doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like it was stepping out there on faith. We said, okay, they can do it, we can do it too. Mm-hmm. and that was our mantra. And that's what we did. Okay. It just so happened to work, even though we didn't believe that it would. It set up the next chapter.
Okay. One of the things that I like about you is that whenever I reach out to you, you always there for me. Like you're a phone call away, or you'll text me and say, in a meeting, get right back to you. I really appreciate the heart of who you are, and I appreciate your willingness to want to bring things together, because you seem to be like the connector of connectors. Has it always been like that for you?
Yeah, but and brother, the feeling's mutual.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know, it's that goes both ways. But the thing is, if I can help the next person achieve something that they're trying to achieve, and I have the means to do that, I'm going to do that. If I have the resources to do that, and it's the right fit, I'm going to do it. And that's just, natural by me because other people did that for me too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Listen, I have a brand new book that's getting ready to come out. It's called The Art of Rebounding. It's about positioning, persistence, and purpose. It's going to change your life forever. It's going to help you bounce back, and you're going to be able to reclaim your next chapter. Join the waiting list today at theartofrebounding.com. Let's talk about moving forward with the company that you have in entertainment and how entertainment is changing. How do you see that changing from where it was to the AI to so many different things? How do you see that changing in this field?
Wow, it's so. I mean, like AI and technology and just the way that we consume entertainment, it's different now, right? Like for me, it was a tribal experience. We all went to the theater, we watched the movie together, et cetera. But now it's bite-sized, information. It's interactive, and entertainment's going to have to adapt to these changing viewing patterns, right? Or it's going to get left behind, right? Like my daughter, like I have to drag her to a movie theater unless it's really something that she really, really wants to see, or somebody in it, somebody's in it that she wants to see. Otherwise, it's not an experience like it was for me. I lived at the movies every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was at the theater. So yeah, I think it's a coming reckoning, and I think it can be good, but I also think that it's going to take away that collective shared viewing experience.
Okay. Do you think that the strike hurt a lot of that and made it kind of like harder for guys to do it? Or do you think just technology just was like, well, technology have changed, that's why it's here?
I think it's a combination of both, right? But technology's here, right? And you can either adapt to it and learn to maneuver in how technology is going to play in the entertainment field, or you're going to get left behind, right? Yeah. Like that's the bottom line. You have to adapt, right? And I understand the positions of the unions and individual artists, but I think those artists that are really going to really, up their game in the entertainment field are the ones that can adapt and say, okay, I can do this from a technology standpoint and I can do this from a physical standpoint, and kind of merge those two worlds.
I hope everyone's enjoying the show, but listen, I need for you to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel. Please do it for your boy, Harold Lefty Williams. Now back to the show. So do you think, was that move from Denver to LA scary for you?
Oh man, it was horrifying. All my family is still in Denver. And when we got out here, it was just like, again, it's that step out on faith. And man, we went through it, trying to, get to a next level where I could even, support my family and, make sure that my kids had a decent upbringing. So yeah, it was terrifying.
When you did that horror movie, what was the moment in your life where you were like, nah, I now know I'm here to stay?
I think it was right, like a long time ago, I didn't realize the power of media, right? And and movies and, entertainment. I was raised in, in Park Hill in Denver. I'd never been out of country, joined the military and came back and then decided I'm going to go to college, right? And so one of the things that I did is I studied in a little city called Tasco in Mexico, right? And brother, when I tell you that they had never seen a black person in their lives, they had never seen a black person in their lives, but the way they communicated with me or what they expected of me was based on what they had seen in the media, right? So that right there was like, wow. So, this person has no experience with me, my culture, anything, and all of their preconceived notions is based on entertainment that they've seen. So, that was kind of my precursor to that. The power of media is real. you know, and if we don't shape that, then it's going to be shaped for us.
Right. Now that's true. So listen, somebody's sitting there thinking, I'm stuck. I'm a writer. I don't know where to go. I've tried to piece it together. I don't even know if I can land an agent. I don't know if I can, you know, have that faith you had to move to LA or this or that. This is your camera right there. Look into that camera, encourage them, speak to them, or whatever's on your heart.
Yeah, here's what I say. This is what's good about technology, right? Now you don't have to wait for those gatekeepers to tell you, yeah, you know, we'll make that project for you. Go ahead and send me your script, or, you know, go ahead and make this short or movie that you wanted to make, because now you have the tools to step out and do yourself. You don't need you know, somebody to green light it for you. You just need to do it. And that's the thing, right? You just got to step out, utilize the tools that are available to you, and do it. I mean, okay, good and bad, there's pushback towards technologies like, you know, AI. But I think a lot of that pushback is fear, because now you can tell stories that you don't need a studio to tell anymore. Yep. You can tell them yourself, right? The next George Lucas might be out of Mexico or out of Ghana. You know, he doesn't have to be, you know, an LA studio bred person, because they can tell those stories now.
Right.
So.
Gotcha. What's going on? I hope everyone's enjoying the podcast. Listen, I have a brand new hot honey that's getting ready to come out. That's right. You heard it right. Hot honey. Harold Lefty Williams hot honey. Listen, when flavor meets fire, legends are made. and this is what we put together. I've teamed up with Creative Fire Kiln and Kitchen, and we came up with the Honey Bee Hotness. This is amazing. Shout out to Creative Fire Kiln and Kitchen. Thank you for the opportunity to have this collab and have my own Honeybee Hotness. For more information on this, go to honeybeehotness.com. honeybeehotness.com. Like, share, comment on this episode. Hope you're enjoying it. Now back to the show. Listen, top 5 sport. Let's talk sports. All right. I am a former athlete, so let's talk sports.
All right.
Top 5, your 5, your Navy SEALs, your Avengers. They going in, they got to get the job done. Who's your top 5 all time?
All time. Wow. Athletes. All right, I'm gonna do it like this. Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
Number 1. Michael Jordan, number 2. Bruce Lee, number 3. Kobe Bryant, number 4. And that 5th spot, it's got to go to my boy Mike Tyson.
Okay. No, that's good. That's your 5. Okay. It's interesting. I had actor Malik Whitfield on, and his 5, he wouldn't do sports. He did the 5 people who changed his life. And so it's interesting to see that. Listen, I appreciate you being on the show. I appreciate you always being a phone call away. I'm looking forward to some upcoming projects that we got together that we can't discuss just yet. But I hope to have you back again.
Bruh, it's a pleasure, and I'd be thrilled to be back with you, bro.
I appreciate that. Listen, that's it for the Art of Rebounding for today's episode. And remember this. The fall isn't what defines you. It's how you rise that writes your legacy. Whether you're rebounding from a loss, recentering your purpose, or just learning how to stand again, know this. You're not alone. You were made for more. You were built to bounce back. Until next time, keep showing up. Keep positioning yourself. Keep pushing with purpose, because your rebound is not just coming, it's already in motion. Find me on social media on all platforms at Lefty Williams 42. I'm always down to hear about your comebacks. Like, share, subscribe. Again, like, share, subscribe. That's it for the Art of Rebounding. Always remember, dare to dream.